Right to the moon. This is Godzilla vs. Kong. This is the Bamcomixs review you've been waiting for. The Titans, the mammoth monsters, the monsters of the universe unite and fight in this epic showdown between Godzilla and Kong. Who will be the victor and who will die and leave in the ashes of defeat? Kong, Godzilla, Godzilla, Kong. Going into Godzilla versus Kong, I just wanted to let you know right from the bat that I was going for the underdog Kong in this, because I'm thinking, well, Kong doesn't have the breath that the radioactive blast of whatever it is that Godzilla is shooting out of his mouth, but Kong didn't have that, and of course Kong doesn't have that. He'll never have that. What Kong has is the agility. He probably has, of course, because he's swinging around so much, and he's ducking and bobbing and weaving. I would think, okay, I'm gonna go for Kong, even though I knew Godzilla would be the obvious champ, but King of Monsters. I didn't watch King of Monsters. Coming into this one, I'd only seen Godzilla. I'd seen Kong Skull Island, which is one of my favorite movies. Kong Skull Island was great. And then I skipped the King of Monsters and I went right into Godzilla vs. Kong, the main event. And it didn't disappoint. This event between King Kong and Godzilla, and I was very apprehensive going into this thing. I was like, how are they going to pull this off? Is this going to suck? Is this just going to be, 2 hour, is this going to be like 1 hour and 50 minutes of people talking and 10 minutes of Kong and Godzilla fighting? Or is this going to be, really paced out where we see Godzilla and Kong duke it out and fight? I'm happy to report that it's the latter. We do have scenes of Kong and Zilla duking it out in the Atlantic, in the Pacific or whatever. It's in the ocean and they're fighting. And then on land in Hong Kong in the last scene, I would have liked to see more fighting between the two. Although there was a lot, I could have just way more than that, but for what was offered, I really liked it. I really liked the graphics in this movie, the effects. As far as the human characters, we know that, of course, there's Monarch, but we have, of course, this new threat, which is, I believe it's Apex, and they're a company that also kinds of wants to mine the material of Hollow Earth, which it's revealed in this movie that there's actually a sub-Earth underneath the earth in the core that's a hollow earth, which is the home of where the Titans come from. And I appreciated all of that. I thought all of that was cool. I feel that this franchise is not done yet, and I feel that we could have another 2 more movies in it. I did like the inclusion of Mechagodzilla, although Mechagodzilla for me, like in the previous iterations of him, I kind of like the old design better. Growing up, I've watched these movies, and I'm familiar with the characters to a degree, but I thought Mechagodzilla, his weaponry was good. I just didn't really like the overall look of like the face. I kind of wanted it to be more like similar, closer to like what Godzilla looks like, just a metal version of him. And this one, they went like a little bit too realistic on the face and stuff. But other than that, yeah, it was good. A lot of monster goodness, a lot of guts, a lot of like lights, a lot of like, visual effects that just, at times like my mouth hung open. I was like, wow, like even like to see this in the theater would be like amazing. But seeing it at home, it was pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie, but man, the spectacle that they have for the theaters of just like these two Titans. And especially, it's really impressive when they're fighting, that first fight, I think it was in the Pacific or whatever, where they're like traveling to take Kong, to find his home, right? Hollow Earth. And I think they have to travel to the Arctic, and Kong is on a ship and he's sedated, and then Godzilla knows that as soon as Kong reveals himself, Godzilla's gonna know he's revealed himself. He's gonna go on the attack. But that first confrontation, that first fight, woo! You see like these waves, like 50-foot, 100-foot waves come out of the water, and you know, all of these battleships attacking Godzilla, and it was impressive. That, you know, and no hate, no shade on that. That visual effects team did amazing on that. I was like, wow. I was like, man, like I felt the same way like when I would watch Thanos in Endgame. The same thing with this fight. It was just like done so well. You're seeing, you know, King Kong actually jump from ship to ship like it's nothing, like it's on lily pads, and then he's grabbing these jets from aircraft carriers and then throwing them, and it's like, wow. Like the visual effects now are so crazy. I'm thinking, man, I can't wait to see what Marvel does with X-Men, like if they have visual effects on this scale. And that was definitely impressive. You know, you got the kid from Deadpool in it. I thought that was pretty cool. The kid from Deadpool 2 in it. And of course, the kid from Stranger Things and all that. And, you know, it was alright. I guess the human story of it. They were telling two side stories. They had like the main story of this guy Skarsgård, or whatever his name is. This blonde actor, Skarsgård. I believe that he was in another show, but that blonde actor Skarsgård, who basically had the theory of the hollow earth, and then they go in there, and it's kind of like Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then they have this subplot with Millie Bobby Brown and, you know, the kid from Deadpool 2 and this hacker guy that tried to infiltrate Apex because they're making experiments, because they want to harness the hollow earth energy to make their own Titan that they have. And the neural link between the human and the Titan, I thought that was cool. Overall, I give the movie an 8 out of 10. It's definitely an enjoyable flick. It actually surpassed... I'm not going to say it's the best movie ever, but it's definitely an enjoyable time, and it kind of, in some ways, did exceed my expectations. I didn't think it was going to be as good, but, you know, it was a little bit better than I thought it was going to be, and it's just the fighting parts of it. It's just that I don't like when in the beginning where you see Godzilla coming, and he's, you know, he's coming, and there's a real threat, and they're gonna leave on a helicopter. The bad guys, they see Godzilla approaching from far out, and it looks really scary. It looks really intimidating to just see that image of that Titan monster approaching the city, and he's looking at him from the helicopter, and then they cut away to another scene, and I'm like, I want to see the rest of that scene. I want to see what happens. And so, you know, in some parts like that, I was like, Because for me, it's all about the monsters, you're right? The people are talking, that's kind of cool, but for me, in this thing, it's all about the monsters. And thankfully, in this one, you really see, like, a beat 'em up between these two Titans. Which, of course, unfortunately, goes into some predictable territory toward the end, when they have a common threat and they have to team up against it, you know? And it's kind of not like real versus, you know, maybe in the beginning it's real versus, but as a clear-cut winner, we do see that Godzilla remains the king of the monsters, and beating Kong actually twice. The first time in the sea and the second time on land. And it's insane because Kong actually on the second round he had an axe, and he still lost. So and man, I was really going for Kong. I was really rooting for this Kong guy. And then there's a little girl who has, you know, she also has like a link with Kong, and I thought that was kind of cool too. Even though at times I was like, little girl. I mean, Kong would flatten her, but it turns out Kong has a connection to humans, so and he could communicate, and he has his own voice. The part that I didn't really like too much was when they got into Hollow Earth and the camera started going all crazy, and it was like everything was flipping upside down, and I started to get dizzy. It's like the motion sickness of the camera, and how like they're just like moving the camera around, and the ceiling and the ground and everything is upside down in the Hollow world. So that was pretty disorienting, but you know, other than that scene reminded me of one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies that it got me sick watching. But other than that, it's pretty good. Like, it's like an 8 out of 10. You know, it's like kind of like a 3.9, kind of close to a 4 out of 5. Like, really good. And that's what I thought about it, guys. So if you liked the review, please leave a comment below. Let us know, share. What did you think of the movie? Was it great? Did you not like it? What do you think they could have added? What they could have taken away? How you thought the movie should have ended? Leave us a like and leave us some comments below. Sound off below in the comments. Make sure to smash those notifications for more updates. And of course, smash that subscription, guys, for more Bamcomixs. We're going to be doing some special videos coming up soon. Some special reviews and things that I think you're going to like a lot. So stay tuned for those. This has been OC. Take care. Have an awesome day, an awesome week. Thanks for watching. And check you out on the next one, guys. Peace.